One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, squaring off with another team from the American, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bulls will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Scarlet Knights offense will go to work first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Let's take a big picture program perspective on Rutgers. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the USF Bulls offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
USF. This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Hamilton. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch near the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Here we go. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Bulls. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Grabbed behind the line, it's Anderson. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to throw, it's Hamilton. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Scarlet Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Setting up the screen. They put 2 touchdowns. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. He's no stranger to the end zone, his 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
That's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hamilton. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. There he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So
a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Power football with the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense. But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The throw. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Scarlet Knights, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's a heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers. He'll try to tack on one more. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
South Florida, 28, Rutgers.
And he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
South Florida, 35. Rutgers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Buys a little time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed.
Sends it downfield. He's got it on the left. Sprinting away. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Florida.
USF, number 12, with the catch and score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Will the offenses continue to walk it up and down the field, or is there a defensive stop somewhere as we start the second quarter? Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looking for blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. To the air, it's Hamilton. He's moving out of the pocket. Turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Thomas.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Jet sweep to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Scarlet Knights are rolling down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Scarlet Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Creates a little room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize fourth down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And
it's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lining up to convert third down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Hamilton. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, vitally. Oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. It'll be third and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just a short pass to the tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Bulls have their offense in high gear. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And here comes the offense on second down. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
49, Rutgers, 14.
And he'll bring it out of the... And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Dropping back, it's Hamilton. Finds a little space. Took care of it himself. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Right on the money. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Baker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the top. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Gets it out quickly. There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bulls come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Taylor wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Bulls will snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Bulls! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
South Florida, 56, Rutgers, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll get rid of it. He's got him wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, I'm a defense. I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense in a split backfield. Taylor wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally
breaks into the open. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's now up to 75 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. The Bulls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, that's a simple pitch and catch. That's called a stick route. It's a real quick out route in the middle of the field. The tight end's able to make the catch. Nice play.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Bulls are threatening on first and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Working that left side now. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Looking for a man. It's Bland. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. And the Scarlet Knights are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Looking for room. It's Gage. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Gives it on the option. Running to Green. Turning it on. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Creates a little space.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Complete to start this drive. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Bulls, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Complete on 3rd down. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, USF! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Rutgers, 17.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
QB draw.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He's going for the big play. He's got it for a big play. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit.
Number 16, on to punt it away.
On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Quick release by the QB. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Bland. Under fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got too hit quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field.
Good enough for a first down.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that's a first down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, South Florida. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now on second down. Looking for space. It's Brady. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Dropping back, it's Jocelyn. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And the Scarlet Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of under...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
Yep.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knock him down after the takeaway and a big play for this defense. We've got a tie timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now the pitch. Touchdown Bulls. Great job by the back on the option. The league grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over TCU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Jocelyn. Caught behind the line. It's Lang. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw again. Finds his man. It's Brady. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The give to the single back. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. And this one is perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb.
Number 19, set to kick it off.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock.
There he goes. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. At the 45, on his way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls apart.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The RPO, it's complete.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Looking for a man. It's Jocelyn. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback running on the draw.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They give it to him again. Makes a man miss. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse. Yeah, and I think... Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Powers through the defender. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Bland. Hit as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around like...
And he sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone and time has run out. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going, but now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for it.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.